Hello and welcome, everyone. You are listening to The Crack. This is the podcast where I ask you what's the crack. So what's the crack, guys? Get in touch. Let me know, and we'll spread the word. How you doing? Have you been? Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself and taking care of each other. Where have I been? Well. I've been sick. Woe is me. Yes, I've had an illness, some sort of bug, not a vomit, spewy, gross, fluidy bug, some sort of, I think I had the cold. But, I do believe it was a step up from the cold, maybe a chest infection, or possibly even COVID-19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Maybe the corona. I don't know. I didn't test myself. I just took some time off work because I was no fun. But we'll talk about that later, guys. We will talk about that later. What's going on? It's, sorry if I talk too much. I have to cough. I'm still not back to normal. I've got a good, what is it, dastardly and muttly? Got a good muttly cough, giggle, not cough, giggle going on here. Wheezy, the fucking penguin from Toy Story 2, yeah. So, yeah, now, this podcast, as always, fucking always, and does every podcast have this? Just been hit with hindrance. And I don't mean you, dear listener, thank you for listening. I mean, oh, by the way, I'm going to have to be editing out some coughs during this, so if there's ever a very hasty, it's because I've had to cut out a little chunk, because I am a coughing guy, you know? Call me the Undertaker, and this guy's just coughing, right? I just got a cough right there, did you know? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so, as always seems to be the case, this podcast has just been hit with speed bump after speed bump after speed bump. So, where do I go from here? Where the fuck do I go from here? There are a few things that have happened, but I'm going to start writing down what I'm going to talk about, because as I go about my life, I'm thinking of you, dear listener. Something will happen, and I'll be like, I could talk about that in the podcast. Like, for instance, we were watching the Olympics on television, and the Olympics is all kinds of wacky shit. I didn't know they did. I mean, I might have spoken about this. It's been probably 3 weeks now since I've spoken about the Olympics for 2 or 3 weeks. Have I spoken about it? Have you seen the stuff where they get like it was like kids with they had sticks with ribbons on them, and they play a song, and this little kid just starts flipping this fucking ribbon around, and it's just absolutely insane. It's like something of a Marvel film. You can imagine bad guys running at this kid as they're going fucking firing lasers at the end of this ribbon. But I mean, when I say they're just flicking this ribbon around, they're not just doing that, guys. They're the kid. Oh, I'm assuming they're a kid. They're all small, like jockeys. Oh, I'm like a 40-year-old. They're all they're doing fucking cartwheels, and they're spinning, and they're rolling, and but they're doing this to, like, I don't know, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from fucking Mary Poppins is playing at the same time. There's like a dance. Yes, this kid's flinging around and, I don't know, rolling, jumping, fucking spinning, and they're doing all this ribbon stuff, and it's just, I don't know what it's called. I'm assuming it's some form of gymnastics, but it was incredible. So go and Google that. Crazy kid at Olympics spin ribbon. I don't know what you'd call it. Well, they're fucking throwing that stick around and they're catching it again, you know. I can barely use chopsticks. I mean, I can, but barely. And you get these fucking kids, yeah. Crazy. And what else in the Olympics? Because Charlotte loves the Olympics. And me being lazy doesn't do much for me. But we're watching the bicycles, you know, like a giant bath basin they're in, you know, and they're going around the outside. Another cough, just edit it out. Yeah, they're going around the giant bath basin. They go really slowly. There's only 2 of them. And they go really slow. And really slow. And they're sort of like eyeballing each other. And then suddenly, bam, the guy in the back, he suddenly like dips in, goes around them, and the fucking, they drop a gear, and they're off. And suddenly you got Sonic the Hedgehog, you got this like blue blur, vum, 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 vum. And it reminds me of, I don't know, when you were little, maybe they still have them, but I haven't seen them in a long time. You'd go to Tesco, or Asda, or fucking Morrison, supermarket. You go to a supermarket, and you could donate a penny to charity. And to do that, you didn't just drop it in the fucking hole in the dog's head. These boring ones you get today, guide dogs. Nah. There was like a UFO, there was like a glass dome. And what you would do, beneath the dome, you slide your coin in. Just adding another fucking cough there. You slide your coin in. And it goes in, and little fucker starts spinning around. That's what the bicycles in the Olympics reminded me of. So yeah, that was cool. I don't understand the sort of foreplay the two folk do beforehand. There's a good bit of tension between them. Up they go, slowly going along. And they can't go much slower because their feet are like clipped onto their fucking pedals. I don't know. There's a whole system to it, but my ignorant fucking self, I'm just watching it like, fucking cycle faster, you can't, fucking go. Yeah. Okay, so I'll still talk about the Olympics. Okay, I'll let that go. But I will mention the, oh, well, fuck me, I've forgotten her name. There was a girl, sorry, apparently laughing led to coughing. Died from laughter. What a way to go. Yeah, so, there's a girl from Inverness, which is where I live. It's not where I'm from, it's where I live. And she was in the Olympics. She was, running. She's part of a running club, which somebody I work with is also part of. I call her Sporty Spice, but not the kid in the Olympics, the person I work with. Like die-hard sporty person, you know what I mean? You'll come in, I don't know, start a late shift, say 2 in the afternoon, they come in at the same time. Good afternoon, what have you been up to? Oh, I just did half marathon this morning. You just did a fucking what? What are you doing that for? Anyway. So the girl from Inverness, she was in the Olympics, and Charlotte heard about it, and it was in some of my group chats, like, Inverness, a lot of excitement. Alright, cool. Let's watch this. So we put it on, and, I am genuinely, respectful on this. Okay, so, getting into the Olympics in itself, that is no small feat. That in itself is a lifetime achievement, just qualifying for the Olympics. So the fact she was there in the first place, that's a lifetime achievement right there. And you're up against the best of the best of the best. Okay, now, the result she got obviously wasn't what you would say is the best result somebody would want from the Olympics. She didn't get first, second, or third, put it that way. So we're watching the race go, and I mean these ladies, they're moving like fast. That very morning at the gym, I had stopped on the treadmill after 8 minutes because my spot below my knee started to get a little bit sore, so I can sympathise. No, so these guys are moving and they're sprinting, they're going fast. And if you've never seen running in the Olympics, I would not recommend it, but if you're not into, you're not missing, it's cool. They have 2 sort of camera angles, maybe 3. One of them is they go ahead of the runners, so you get the view right down of them sort of running towards the camera, but the camera's moving backwards. And then there's a camera in the middle of the track, so they're then running to the left, if that makes sense. They'll run in one big pack. So it reminds me of like when you watch like a nature program and lions attack gazelles or something like that, and the whole pack of them sets off at once. They all run pretty close together, and then some folks sort of straggle off at the back. But for the majority, when they film it in the Olympics, they film the pack running. So you'll get the view from the front, where you get the stretch of them, and then you get the view from the side, where they run to the left, where you get the whole pack. Now, the Olympian from Inverness, we're watching it. I mean, obviously, the whole world's watching it, but we're watching it for her. I don't care about the Olympics, but suddenly I'm invested. And off it goes, and they're running. It's like half an hour they run for. and they're moving the whole time. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to watch. I ate a whole pack of biscuits watching this with my cup of tea, alright? So don't tell me how to make sacrifices. And they're going and they're going and they're going. And they're cutting between the front view to the side view to the front view. And eventually she starts to sort of fall behind. And eventually when they cut to the front, you can't even see her at the back. And there was a bit of like, oh no, a shame. And then eventually folks start getting way ahead. And they got ahead to the point that they actually lapped her. And she, being obviously a respectable sports person, stepped to the side to let them pass. She didn't try and hinder their time. She kept going, but they lapped her, and then they finished. So when the people started to finish the race, I was saying to Charlotte, oh, Jesus, is that? And then, so they're all, the people that have finished, they're all doing that thing when they run, they got their hands up, and they're exhausted, and they stop. And I said, is she going to keep going? Because if it was me, fucking Carolee Line over here, I would have dipped out. I've not got that type of mentality. But this girl did not stop. And I found it to be more inspiring than watching somebody win gold. She knew everyone had finished. Other folk had dipped out of the race. She kept going. And I don't know what that says, but there's something to that. She didn't stop. Even though she knew she was not going to win a medal, she finished the race. And I don't know why it got, it wasn't in tears, but it got to me. Like, fucking hell. Good on you. So this girl that doesn't know I exist, doesn't know anything. I watched her run with a cup of tea, and she inspired me to push myself more in the gym. Because in the gym, I don't push myself to exhaustion. I push myself to mild discomfort. If I'm lifting something, it's a bit heavy. Oh, it's a bit heavy. Might just stop that now. Maybe one more. No. I went back after that next day, and I pushed myself. I did not slow down on the treadmill. I wanted to. By God, did I want to, Oh, I could just slow down a little bit. No. She finished. She knew she wasn't going to get a medal, but she kept going. She really have written her name down. I probably did at some point, but yeah. Aha, now. Why haven't I done a podcast? Well, I'll tell you. Fucking dwarf. Me. I'm not happy. Not happy. Not sneezy. Grumpy. So, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you've heard me mention many times, I want to get interviews in this podcast. I want to get folk on talking. And that is getting closer to happening, guys. But, right, okay, stay focused. So what I wanted to do was the whole fucking full shebang. And if you go onto YouTube, there is footage of me talking a few years ago when I first got the cameras. I wanted to have cameras set up, 2 different cameras, and I wanted to record the audio of me speaking to the guest. And then I would edit it all together, and you would get footage of this angle, footage of the other angle. It would cut between, but the sound would be synchronized, and it would all flow. It sounds straightforward. So I spoke to my friend in the know, and I asked what type of camera should I buy. I was picturing like a camcorder. And he said to me, Lewis, I wouldn't recommend that. Didn't say it like that, didn't even use my name. He just said there's no point in buying a camera. For the quality you get, there's a cough coming on, hang on. And we're back. For the quality of footage that you get from an iPhone, go with them. Okay, they're small, they're easy to use, and you can send the footage between things easily. So, okay, you're a professional, I'll take your opinion, I'll do that. So a long time ago, I bought 2 iPhone 8s. Alright, I didn't buy them brand new from Apple. I bought them like pre-owned or whatever, re-wiped or whatever, and I put them in a little box. So the last time I went to do a podcast, I cleared the desk, I organised the room, and I set up both of the tripods, and I put one in the corner of the desk, and I put one ahead of me, and I was going to vainly film myself talk. Not even release it to the public, but just film, record the podcast and film the footage. And then, so I knew what I was doing, I would sync the sound up with the footage so I could get a grasp, if you like, on how to go about doing this whole thing of cutting between the 2 things, because the last test I did was just syncing the sound up with one camera, one complete steady shot. So I've never tried editing and omitting things. Like, for instance, if I'd filmed this podcast, I'm going to obviously edit out the coughs. If I'd filmed it, I wouldn't know how to edit out the footage of me coughing. So I want to get practice on that. So I set up the podcast, I set up all the tripods, and I plugged in the phone to the charger. And all was good. I was good to go. I had the microphone sitting right where it is, and I went to turn the phones on. And they both turned on. They both turned on to a white screen with the little Apple logo. And then it went away. This is on both of them. And it came back, and it went away, and it came back, and it kept flashing. I was like, it's a bit of a pain in the balls. Right, what's this? So I unplugged them from the chargers and plugged them into the USB thing on my little Mac laptop thing here. And it came up with an error in the code. And I was like, that is not very yee-haw. So, Googled the code and said, take it to an Apple store. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I don't live in some glamorous city, guys. I live in Inverness. So I took it into the Apple store the next day. I had a lovely day. I went out with my friend. We had lunch. We had coffees and went and sat outside and ate ice cream. It was lovely. And we went to the Apple store thing. And I explained what I just told you. A bit quicker. And I told them, yo, it's fucked. And the lady working there very, very nicely said, okay, leave it with us for half an hour, 45 minutes, and we'll plug it into our system. So we were walking along, me and my friend, in the sunshine, enjoying each other's company, holding hands, eating ice cream, and I get a phone call. And she says, it's fucked. It's completely beyond repair. The only thing we can do is, what is that, like an out of warranty repair, which isn't worth the cost. So I said thank you, and picked up the phone. So I was pissed off because I bought both of these things for the intention of using them as cameras, and they'd worked, and I bought them, but obviously being turned off for all the time. They planned obsolescence. They've broken for no reason at all. You know, they've not broken because I've been using them too much. They're not broken because they got wet. They've been in the box. They've broken because they're just not designed to last for long. So I was fucking pissed off. That knocked me back a peg. And then to make matters worse, the person I want to have on to talk for the first talk episode, she's waiting to hear back from the council of whoever's in charge of what I want to talk to her about. And she's obviously noticed I've been not at work, because she sent me a message going, hey, are you in today? I was like, no, I'm meant to be, but I'm currently lying in my bed, sweating and freaking out, and I'm just not having a good time. Got a fever. And she said, oh, no, okay, cool. I've got you a surprise, but no, I'll see you when you're next in. So I have a feeling she's got some sort of certificate or point of permission to come on and talk about this stuff. I don't have the cameras, and I can't afford at the moment to buy 2 fucking new iPhones. So I'm going to sell these little bastards on eBay for, I don't know, sell them for parts, or, you know what I mean? Hey guys, iPhone 8, 20 quid, it's fucked. Fix it if you want, I just want rid of it. I'll keep the chargers. So I wasn't happy with that. I was not happy with that. In fact, I was grumpy. Yeah, 3 weeks. What else happened in those 3 weeks? Well, I had another funeral. I got to go, another funeral. Guess the death, this guy. I was, same church. That was the last one. But this one, guys, this one was, don't wear mourning clothes. So what do you wear then? Do you go in like you go dressed up as somebody from Star Trek? In the full fucking Starfleet uniform? Do you dress up as a mermaid? Emma? I don't know. So I wore my blue suit with a blue tie and a little blue pocket square there. It was a great funeral, which I know sounds really weird, but it was humanist, which meant there was no God. There ain't no God. So it was all about the deceased. There was no talking about walking in the kingdom of heaven. There was no Lazarus resurrection. There's no Jesus stuff. This was all about the deceased. So yeah, fucking morbid as I came home and started writing it. My funeral, I got it right here. If I do die, guys, at any point, and I should Gotta start saving some money. If you come to my funeral, you're gonna have a great time. Alright, we are gonna, I say we, I'm gonna be gutted to miss it. It's gonna be great. It's not gonna be some boring God funeral we talk about taking comfort in being in the presence of God. It's gonna be a magician. Yeah. Saying that I need to put the fucking suit away. This is the one I had to go and get dry cleaned. Ugh. Yeah. So yeah, this illness thing I've had. Started out as just a headache, and then bam, before you knew it, I was coughing up all kinds of phlegm, and my fucking temperature was spiking. I get chills. I shot out the genius idea of putting a cold flannel on my head, so I did that, and it was warm within minutes. I was just cooking. Wake myself up, choking. I don't know what, kinky. No, I would just start choking in my sleep, so I try and find funny angles and fucking dreams I was having. I don't know what was going on, because I wasn't on medication. I phoned NHS24 at one point, because this is right at the beginning, we were sitting having dinner. Healthy as fuck. We're having salmon and rice. And Charlotte makes it. I don't know, it's fucking the best thing she makes. It's absolutely delicious. She makes some sort of glaze, and she's got a little pastry brush, brushes down the salmon, puts it in the air fryer, and then brushes it again. Oh, serves it with little sesame seeds on it and jasmine rice. It's delicious. But she does veg with it, and as I was eating it, the smell of the salmon initially, I was like, oh, don't like that. And then I just started eating the rice, and I'm like, I don't think I'm well at all, because I'm off my food, that's not good. But we both noticed, so I think I pointed out, my fingernails, they were on point, guys. Gel, fake, long, no. They'd gone blue underneath. The skin underneath my nails had gone blue. So I was kind of, that's not good. I googled it, and I said, hey, yo, you're dying. You probably got blood poisoning, or you're going to die of lack of oxygen. Go to A&E. Right, well, I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's just play it cool. So I went on the old NHS24. It's on hold for maybe 33 and a bit minutes, because I was on my phone, and then got through to somebody. Want me to answer some yes/no questions, but then gave me fucking multiple choice and what was it she asked? Because she'd be like, have you... Oh, man, I can't remember. She asked me something, and it was like, have you experienced this, or any of this? Alternatively, have you experienced this? And I said, not all of them, maybe one of the first. And yes or no? Okay, yes. So that's a yes. Yes, please. Yes, that's a yes. Made me feel like I was in the wrong for answering her question. And then it went to, okay, so we've got all your symptoms. You're going to get a call back from an out-of-hours GP. All right, cool. So I hung up. Just went and looked at my nails for a while. Like, yeah, I'm pretty purple. Couldn't really breathe properly either. It was really, really tight chested. And me, fucking, oh no, I had pneumonia as a kid. So I'm always kind of like, are you back? So I was just sitting in the living room. Phone goes. Lovely doctor. Young doctor. Just really pleasant lady. Asked me how I'm getting on. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just struggling to breathe, lady. Just what are your nails doing now? What they're doing now, the fucking hokey pokey. No, what are they doing now? Well, they've gone back to normal. Okay then. Well, I'm happy with that. If you want to leave it. Alright, cool. So guys, if your nails go blue, don't worry about it. If they go back to normal, it's not a problem. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out. That didn't happen again though. So I don't know why they went blue, I don't know what was happening. Babidi babadai. But then I got just sick as fuck. My lungs felt smaller, my fucking knees were sore, ankles were sore, all my fingers were sore, my joints fucking aching, and I had to go and have a bath. I don't usually have baths, but I just lay in the hot water for ages, like over an hour, just lying there, just drank a fuckload of Lucozade. I started taking cough syrup as well, the non-drowsy type. I'm feeling better now, so I've phoned back fit for work. So I shall be returning to work, but I couldn't focus. I could not focus. And then to make matters worse, I'd reconnected with an old friend over Facebook Messenger, and they'd send a message, and I'd read it, and I would go to reply. And then I was aware that some of my replies were just weird, rambling, like streams of my consciousness at the same time. So I wouldn't send it and I'd go back to, a few hours later and delete like half of it. I was like editing my own message. It was weird. Just could not focus. But I'm good now, I hope. Fuck. Feel better. Yeah. I think that's everything I've been up to. Oh, we watched Napoleon Dynamite last night. That's a bit of a throwback. It's a film, when I was in high school, that film was huge. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it was a product of the time. About 2004, if you can believe that. Silly film. Nonsensical. But fun. Yeah, it was, Charlotte had never seen it. So, of course, she fell asleep watching it. But, yeah, very, very different to today's comedy. I think you call it cringe comedy, but it's not cringe either. It's just high school. So I hope you've seen Napoleon Dynamite. Now, when I sat down to record this, I actually remembered I did have some listener mail from Rachel. She replied to my one about, I believe I'd spoken about the Nintendo Wii and stuff like that a wee while ago. So, let me see here. Here we go. Rachel. You were right about the bowling. That was on Wii Sports. The one with the island was Wii Sports Resort, which I haven't played, but I've heard it was fun. Also, Lewis, stop being stupid. Tell the blood plasma people if you don't feel well, and don't go to the gym if you have a migraine. Mong. So yes, thank you, Rachel. I have Rachel as a friend, and a listener of the show, calling me out for being a mong, whatever that actually means. I hope that's not me using like the seriously bad word there. But no, yeah, because the talking about the Wii Fitboard and stuff like that. That was a while ago. It was a long time ago. Yeah. Migraines. Yeah, here to stay. But then, this friend I was out, the day I got the phone call about the phone being beyond repair, he was telling me he is also suffering from migraines, as is somebody else around our age. So have we got the new, is this the COVID vaccines kicking in? Is this what happens? You're going about life and then suddenly a guy in his early 30s, bam, migraines. Is that the cost we have? I don't know. I do not know. But yes, thank you, Rachel. Thank you for writing in. The blood plasma people. I did feel sick when I was giving the plasma, but I wasn't sick. And if I had aborted, I wouldn't have donated the full amount. Actually, I got my badge. It's on the shelf behind me. Wouldn't it be nice to have a video I could show you this in? But, I could put it on the fucking Instagram, I suppose. Yeah, so there you go. I could put a photograph up. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I got the badge for the old donations. Yes, and you can go to the gym with a migraine. You just don't push yourself too much. You don't give up. You finish the laps, all right? Even if you're not first, second, or third. Right. So I'm going to get this edited, and I'm going to upload this. I'm sorry it's been 2 weeks. But I'll be back. I am back. I'll get it all sorted and put together again, guys. Now, yeah, watch this space. I'll try and get some guests on to talk to if I can eventually. It's only been like 5 years. But if you want to get in touch, if you have anything to write about, if you want me to read anything out, if you want to wish you a happy birthday, just head to the website, www.thecrackpodcast.co.uk. I'll say it again. www.thecrackpodcast.co.uk. There's a little contact tab. You click on that and you contact. Simple as that. Whether you want to criticize me for donating blood when I feel sick or going to the gym with a migraine. Thank you, Rachel. But as always, guys, I'm going to thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Blackmill, for the theme tune. Thank you, Cora, for the logo, for your artwork. Thank you both for donating your talents. And you, dear listener, as I say every time, you look after yourself. You be good to each other. Don't take any shit. But just be good. Alright, I'll speak to you next time, guys. Bye for now.